You know, so they set it up like, you know, by the time we come out the complex, they was gonna be right there. Like they was gonna stop us in our tracks basically. So we head out the complex, and as we going up the hill, they heading up, they hopping off their cars and all that, and they basically ran up in front of me, and they was like, "What's up with you, little bro? Like, what you got going on?" You know what I'm saying? And you know, me back then, me forever, I ain't never just really back down from nothing, even if I felt like, you know, it could have been tragic. You know, I'm like, I ain't got nothing going on. You know, I'm just out here repping. You feel me? What's moving, everybody? Hey, so look, you already know what time it is. I got another crazy story for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? But like always, before we crank this story off, man, I want to thank everybody who been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, everything of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the real ones. And if you new here, man, drop a like, drop a comment, you know, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel in the comments. You know, good or bad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we going to jump straight into the video. I'm going to try not to make this one so long. You feel me? But check it out. Y'all see the caption of the video. This is about the first time I ever been jumped by the opposing gang. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of my fault. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I did what I did, you know, but I did it. And, you know, I was young and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know, I ain't really just get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But check it out, right? So, remember, if y'all watch my content, then y'all know I used to stay in Cobb County. You know what I mean? I moved out there for about a year and some change, maybe, you know? So, one year it was Halloween. Well, that year, when it turned Halloween, I decided to just go from complex to complex to just rake up candy or just cause mischief. You know what I'm saying? It was some of everything. You know what I mean? Maybe I was about 16 years old, 15 or 16 years old, something like that. You know, I was still out there trying to get some candy. You know what I'm saying? And still being bad, you know, getting into fights and knocking on people's doors and running and things like that. You know what we used to do back in the day. You feel me? So it was this complex in Cobb County. They call it Caswood Trail. I don't know if it's the same name, but they used to call it the trail for short, you know. And in that complex, it was full of nothing but bloods. You feel me? Nothing but blood, supposedly. You know, I had never been in that complex before this day. You know, I had only heard about it. So and the complex that I stayed in, it was pretty much walking distance. You know, it was a little walk, but it was pretty much walking distance from where we was at. You know what I mean? So one day it was me, my sister, and a couple other people that I ain't gonna name, you know, cause they all ran. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna even put them folks out there like that. You know what I mean? But it was me, my sister, and a couple other people. Now, I ain't have my main crew with me because everybody else was out doing something. My boy Bam, Justin, Brittany, you know, the folks that was like my aces in Cobb County. You know, they was out doing whatever they was doing. I don't remember what they had going on. But we decided to go, after, you know, going from door to door here and there, whatever the case, we went back, put our candy in the house, and we decided to go to Caswood Trail, the trail, you know, where all these bloods was. Now, if you watch my content, then you already know what I represent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to put all that out there. So, we went over there, and, okay, first off, I decided to be, for Halloween, I decided to be Jason or something. Jason without the mask. So I had this jumpsuit on, and I carried this big old screwdriver around. The screwdriver was about that long. I'm talking about it was huge. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no little screwdriver. You feel me? It was huge and it was thick. You know? So we decided to go over there. And mind you, a couple of the other folks I with, they had weapons too. You know, one of them even had a pistol, you know what I'm saying, that he ended up running with. But check it, right? So we head to Caswood Trail, and as we walking through the complex, I'm noticing there ain't too much going on in the complex. You know, it seemed kind of boring. You feel me? You know, it was a couple people sitting on cars, a couple people over here, over there, whatever the case. You know what I mean? But it wasn't just too many people. You feel me? So it's pitch black, it's dark. You know, it had to be like 10, 11 at night or something like that. So we walking through the trail, and out of nowhere, I just started tripping. You know what I'm saying? Not like I went crazy or nothing like that. You know, I guess I was fiending for a little bit of excitement. You know, it was Halloween. You know, wasn't nothing going on in this complex. They say this complex was notorious for this and that. You know, I was really playing a dangerous game. I ain't gonna lie. So, I decided to just yell out, you know, slurs. You feel me? Gang terminologies and things like that. You know, I went around the whole complex, or about half the complex, yelling, "Carib," you know what I'm saying? Carib, you know what I mean? Just yelling it out loud, because I wanted somebody to hear me. You know, I wanted to see what the complex was about. You feel me? So, I kept yelling. So, we about to leave out of the complex, and halfway out of the complex, I see we coming up on this hill, and at the top of the hill, it was like 10 people. They were just sitting on their cars and things like that. And I guess they had been heard me, you know, so they set it up like, you know, by the time we come out the complex, they was gonna be right there. Like, they was gonna stop us in our tracks, basically. So we head out the complex, and as we going up the hill, they hopping off their cars and all that, and they basically ran up in front of me, and they was like, "What's up with you, little bro? Like, what you got going on?" You know what I'm saying? And you know, me back then, me forever, I ain't never just really back down from nothing, even if I felt like, you know, it could have been tragic. You know, I'm like, I ain't got nothing going on. You know, I'm just out here repping. You feel me? So, cuz like, alright, well, listen, I'm the block master over here. I ain't never heard this terminology before. Mind you, we in Cobb County. This ain't California or nothing like that. This man talking about I'm such and such, the block master of the Bloods and all this like that. You feel me? I don't even know what set they was claiming. I just know he was the block master of whatever blood they were claiming. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, bro, I don't care nothing about none of that. You feel me? At the end of the day, this Crip, you know what I'm saying? And I'm banging, you feel me? So I could see the intensity. I could see his blood boiling. You know what I mean? Like, we right here, right face to face. He got about 8, 9 people behind him. You know what I'm saying? So my sister, she always been a real one. You know what I mean? We always rode for each other. She ran up in front of me, and she kind of backed me back, or tried to back me back a little bit, and was like, "Listen, we just trying to leave out here. We don't want no trouble. You feel me? I don't, you know, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's Halloween. You know, we just out here having fun. We trying to leave." So one of the guys behind the blockmaster was like, "Yeah, bro, it's Halloween. They just out here pretending." You feel me? So I'm like, "Listen, bro, I ain't doing no pretending. This what it is." So I started yelling it again, Carib, you know what I'm saying? Just tweaking. Listen, still to this day, I still don't know why I tweaked out like that, you know, but it happened, so it is what it is. So, buddy was like, "Alright, it's cool. Y'all leave right now." You know, so I'm like, "Alright, you know, it is what it is." You feel me? I felt like I already won. You know what I'm saying? I done did all that yelling, and all that, you know, the block captain then ran up to me and acted like he was gonna do something. He ain't do nothing. Wasn't no punches thrown or nothing. You feel me? So we proceed to leave the complex. Man, as we leaving the complex, we get to the entrance of the complex. I don't even know why they let us walk this long. I guess they was recruiting other people. But because mind you, remember I told y'all we was halfway out the complex. That's when they stopped us. When we get to the beginning of the complex, we at the entrance. I hear a whole bunch of yelling from behind us. You feel me? So I look back, and it's about 20 guys coming from up the hill. I'm talking about they skipping trying to get to us. You know what I'm saying? Yelling crazy stuff. You feel me? Like just going crazy. So they yelling and skipping trying to get to us. And I turned around. You feel me? The first thing I did was turn around. I pulled my screwdriver out. You know, because it is what it is. I ain't had no mind back then. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it's like, it's here now. So, you know, it's either fight or flight. I ain't never been no runner. So I remember the first guy. He was a real big black guy. He made it to me first. Big mistake. You know what I'm saying? It was about 20 of them, right? He the first one made it to me. He hopping down the hill. So as he's hopping down the hill, I'm positioning myself to figure out how I'm finna shot him. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what it is at this point. You feel me? I'm finna something. You feel? So, and then Buddy was big. If y'all watch my content, then y'all know I say it all the time. Back then I was real little. I'm still small to this day, but back then I was real little. You feel me? So mind you, this is about 9th grade or something like that. You know, these is grown ups. Like these folks is out of school, 20. The youngest probably had to be like 17, 18. You know what I mean? So he get to hopping down the hill, the first one, and I'm positioning myself. As soon as he get close enough, I get the. You feel me? I broke him one time. He back up off me. I flipped it around, hit him in the head, because it was a big screwdriver, so the handle was huge. I flipped it around, hit him in the head, because I ain't gonna lie. Back then, I wasn't just necessarily ready to just do somebody dirty like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that screwdriver was so big, that first was so strong. You know, it kind of scared me a little bit. You know, I ain't want to be the reason anybody died out here. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I noticed, like, mind you, everybody else that I was with backed up except my sister. My sister, she always been a rider. Like, as soon as I start fucking, she punching. You know what I'm saying? She doing what she can to punch. And look, this is what I give every one of them. You feel me? When the rest of the cattle came down, you know, the rest of the Bloods came down to start jumping on me. Neither one of them hit my sister, dog. I can remember that. You feel me? She might, I don't know. She might feel like she got hit once or twice. She might have a different story. But, you know, from what I can see, you know, and by the end of the fight and all that, she ain't had no marks on her, nothing. But what I could see while I was folks and, you know, trying to make sure I was good and she was good, I didn't see nobody hitting her. They just wanted me. You feel me? She jumping on folks' backs. She punching them from the side, from the front. She just trying to get in how she can. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just in the middle. Cause look, when everybody had came through, cause remember I told you I flipped it around, hit Buddy in the head. He had them backed up. When he backed up, it seemed like everybody that was running down from the hill, they started backing up a little bit. You know, they took a little more caution, but they still jumped on me. You know, like almost one by one type situation. You feel me? Cause they were scared of that screwdriver. So I flipped it back around. I'm just, because at this point, you know, it's too many of these folks. Like, this the only way I'm finna get them out. I'm not finna hit everybody in the head. Nah, I was too small for that anyway. I was too short for that. You know? So I'm just as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm noticing, like, I'm kind of getting off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't winning, but I wasn't losing either. You know what I'm saying? My sister, I'm looking at her, she doing her due diligence. Well, I'm peeking every now and then. She doing her due diligence. She jumping on backs and doing all this and doing all that. Mind you, the 4 or 5 other people that we came with, they just watching. You feel me? They done ran back and they just watching. Like they in awe, they in shock. They don't know what to do. You know? So after about maybe 3-4 minutes of us just going at it, somebody else come running from behind they people and just start shooting in the air. You feel me? So when they start shooting in the air, that was enough for me. You know what I mean? I'm thinking we finna start shooting back, but the guy that had the gun on our side, he had done already ran. I'm talking about shot ran up out his shoes. You feel me? I ain't end up seeing him again. After that situation was done, I ain't end up seeing him again until 2020. Straight up, about 15 years or something like that. You know, something crazy. You feel me? 10, 15 years, I don't remember. But when they start busting in the air, that's when everybody turned around and run. See, now I'm turning around because I'm thinking, all right, I'm finna grab the pistol from Shawty that got it. But man, he was so far up the street, it was like, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So me and my sister, I think she either grabbed a hold of me or I grabbed a hold of her, and we just started running. You feel me? We ran, and right next to that complex was a school called Osborne High School. Like it was so close to each other, they was connected. So when we dipped, we ran through Osborne High School. You know, we hit a couple cuts through the high school, you know, because it felt safer. You know, we didn't want to be on Main Street. It was dark outside. You know, I felt like if they wanted to, they could have rolled up and just, you know, pop, you know what I'm saying, anything, you know what I mean? So we ran through the school, we weaved a couple times and all that, and eventually made it back to the house. So when we made it back to the house, first thing I did was go look in the mirror, cause I got hit a couple times, you know what I'm saying? And when I looked in the mirror and I only had about 2 scratches on my face, I'm like, oh yeah. Straight up, I got up out of there, you know what I'm saying? I did my thing, you feel me? So my sister, she was good, you know. Of course, she was a little annoyed with me because I had just started that whole situation, but we ain't never fuss about it or anything like that. You know, we always just roll for each other, even if we wasn't on good terms, you know. So after that, I end up calling my people, Bam and all of them. I'm like, listen, bro, I just got jump up there at the trail, you feel like, and it wasn't like I was sad about it or anything like that. You know, I would really just letting them know like this was an exciting moment. I'm like, where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? And they like, man, they had to do something. I was there with their mama or something. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, bro, I just got jumped up there at the trail. You feel me? I ain't think it was really like that. I ain't think it was a whole bunch of bloods out there for real. I ain't think they was really banging or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, Bam then was like, yeah, bro, you know, I wish we was there, man. We gonna have to handle that, you know, when I get back. I'm like, nah, it's all good, bro. I went over there tripping. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really their fault. So so they like, all right, cool. You know, we kind of left that alone. But everybody that was with us that night, I probably seen a couple of them the next day, you know. And the couple that I did see, it was all good because I already knew they wasn't no fighters. You know what I'm saying? But it was a couple others that we just didn't see no more for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm talking about they left Cobb County or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they thought I was going to tell the story back then or I was going to make them look crazy or something like that, you know. And one of them had a crush on my sister, so I know he was embarrassed. You know what I mean? But heck yeah, though, we got up out of there, you know, unscathed. You know, I had a couple scratches on my face, but for the most part, you know, we did what we did. You feel me? But hey, look, y'all like, share, subscribe, and y'all comment. Let me know what y'all think, man. Have y'all ever put yourself in a goofy situation? You know what I'm saying? Cause that showed me being an adult now. I clearly understand that was a goofy situation. And then on top of that, these gangbangers in Atlanta, it took for me to really go to Cali to realize like the gang culture don't really care for people outside of California. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Rest in peace to my big dog Lil Sody. You know what I'm saying? But he the one that taught me like the ins and outs of this whole gangbanging thing. Like they really out there living a certain way, and it's totally different than how we living down here. We don't stay directly across the street from our enemy. You know what I mean? Like they literally stay directly across the street from their enemy. Like they families and sons, mothers, daughters, aunties, all of that. They all in it. You get what I mean? Even if they don't bang, if you live in a certain area in California, you're considered that gang. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing like down here. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, the older I got and when I actually went to Cali, I started realizing how goofy gangbanging is in Atlanta, period. You know, or in outside of California, period. You know, because they really have to deal with certain things. We don't. You know, we just go out here looking for trouble. You know, but hopefully somebody that need to hear that heard it. You know what I'm saying? Hear it now. But like I say, man, y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. And until next time, 100.